Here we are with Yap Yap 3 versus 3, starting off with Gen first. I'm tired of these Gen first builds. I don't all my backlog games are just Gen first, and I thought they were a great idea, but it's not really the bestest of ideas in my opinion. So, all in all, we'll see how it goes. We're going against a Cutter, a Jerome, and a Forge. And we're going to get that upgrade right away on that gen. Continue to produce a cannon fodder. We're actually going to go Grunt Surprise Party with the mine. So we'll see if this is going to be a little bit better this time around. And if it is, that's going to be pretty cool. But cannon fodder are going to be moving around the map. Let's see if we use that to go ahead and scout. We are going to get ourselves a second harvester, I believe, if this is the build order with the gen first. See, I have no idea why I went to go ahead and check to see if I upgraded the gen, if that's literally the first thing I make. And we're actually going gen third, so wow. We're going incredibly power heavy, and we're going to be starving in supply from here on out. So it's gonna be quite interesting to see how this turns out. I mean, this is gonna be a greedy build, but I don't know why. I like these economy builds are good. All right, they're decent. It's just a double-edged sword because if you don't really have a good army, I mean, the map is big. The rush distance isn't going to be that far, so it is possible that I'm not really going to get punished. And there's that raid camp. So I think this is going to actually turn out fine here with the double gen, with the gen first on this map, mainly because I'm also center, so it's a little bit harder to push. So we're going to see how that turns out. And I don't know if it's going to be a good play, but right now we have raid camp. We're going to work on getting a mini base to see what we're going to put on there. I think we should continue to keep on making at least one more raid camp because we're going to have the upgrades on our supply pads. And I just got myself a friend at it. Oh my gosh, that's pretty awesome. Thank you. That means I may be able to commentate some live games today. We'll see. And so anyways, as I was saying, we got ourselves a raid camp going right now. And if we can get ourselves another raid camp, get hero out as well, this is going to actually be a pretty good build order in general because we get the power that's going to allow us to at least get our upgrades right away. But it does look like Dark Blue is looking to be a little bit aggressive with the amount of Marines that they have. So Supply Harvester is going to come down. And let's see what this one's going to be. We do have Please Don't Shoot. Are we going to go with a second raid camp at least? Because it does look like we're not going to have what we want with the double raid camp with Hero. But cannon fodders continue to be produced. But right now, nothing else is really showing up. Here's that harvester upgrade. Are we going to get a raid camp in that second mini base? It doesn't really look like right now. We are getting the power node now. And the map is still looking heavy for our team. So there's our war console. So we're going to go cannon fodder with war console. And we already started making a raid camp as a whole. Bunker with snipers on the left-hand side is looking pretty good. But they are going to be able to get that node on that left-hand side, which is going to be a little bit unfortunate. But we are creeping up to Tech 2 now. We now have 1,000 power to be able to do that. So we're going to see what we can do next. Dark Blue does look like he's continuing the pressure, and we're going to keep making our units. And there we go. We just dropped our power down to continue to work on the hero tech. And so I'm looking to pressure this left-hand side, but I don't even think it's worth pressuring. We don't really have anything that could really counter the Hellbringer. So we're going to go ahead and check the middle of the map instead to see if this is going to be a better play. And so barracks are still being shown on the right hand side as well. And so this is going to be a little bit interesting because right now Dark Blue has gone barracks. Green has also gone barracks. No expansion base is showing up. So it does look like this is going to be some quite serious aggression on this side. We do have 3 snipers that are going to be doing good. I have a Please Don't Shoot if it needs to be popped. But it looks like there's a mine. Oh, they were going to run into that mine, but it just turns out they did not. Grunt Riders are continuously being made, and our 2 other heroes will come out. So we will get Tech 1 after we finish all of that stuff. But these 3 snipers are looking pretty good. They're going to retreat a little bit because of the sniper. Vortex Lightning is coming down as well, so we're going to go and drop down the surprise grunt. party once again and see if we get the explosion. It does look like, oh, what a nice explosion. And now we can just go ahead and crash on this left-hand side with what we've got. We got the 3 snipers. Yes, that hero is going to go down immediately. He's going to try and turn around and go ahead and fight this, but we already have the reinforcements coming in, and our teammate is now on tech 2, which is actually a pretty convenient thing. And we're going to be able to wipe out the remainder of the army over here. There are some mines that we have to be careful of, but our cannon fodder is just going to go ahead and swallow that. And now these snipers have been taken out by the enemy. Second base is now being established. I'm going to go ahead and self-destruct the left-hand side. And the reason being is because I don't really have anything to go ahead and counter light blue that's in the middle of the map right now. So I'm going to self-destruct that gen to get those supplies back. But we're going to go ahead and just focus down on the mini base that's on this left-hand side. Keep making those heavy grunts. We're now in tech 2, which means we can get that upgrade that we want. And we're going to go foundry for our other building slot over here. And now my base is going to be established on this left hand side. I've decided to give up on mid, and these marines are going to continue to get weak over here, but will that marine be able to escape? It does not look like it. So right now, recap, just lost middle base. Right lane is being established pretty well by our orange teammate, and red and myself have established a pretty strong presence on this left hand side. And so there is a sniper on a garrison that's going to be a little bit problematic, but we're going to be able to take that out. And we're going to go with a 3rd gen as well. So we're at max pop. Here comes this rotation that's happening by light blue. We do have units that can go ahead and deal with this, but the bunker with the snipers that are set up on this left hand side is actually looking pretty darn good. So right now, all in all, we're in a very good position. And so another bunker comes down with some more snipers. And we're going to see if we can try some pressure on this side of the map. We do have shade turret that we're going to go ahead and drop down. Light blue is trying to get an expansion over here. We're going to go ahead and drop the surprise party mine, which will get popped immediately. Oh, it actually did not get popped immediately. And we were able to deny a second base. And so now harvester will be coming down to go ahead and work on our supply game, because we already have 3 gens. And it doesn't look like they have really detect, so if they wanted to go ahead and hit my mine, they definitely have the opportunity to do so. They drop mines themselves, but all in all, we do have a pretty good army. And we're going to start working on this left-hand side for this big mini base to see if we can go ahead and take that out. And so cannon fodder is going to be worked on. Some more to continue to make as much supply as possible. We do have some vehicle units that will be coming out, and our second base is being established a little bit more. And so now we got rid of another base on this left hand side. Things are looking pretty good, but now we see that dark blue has expanded over there. So this is going to be my cue to go ahead and rotate over. I want to at least try and keep them all in one base, keep getting our economy better, and then work on just getting ourselves a better comp than what we have right now, because we have a lot of cannon fodder. But we are going to send some of our units over to the mini base at the top, so then we can be able to take out some of the mini bases and clear up some pop as a whole. We are going to go grunt dome, and I'm going grunt dome this time because of the fact that we have so much army. Yeah, a lot of it is in cannon fodder, but a grunt dome is just going to come a longer way as I continue to go with more of a mechanical army with heavy vehicles than anything else. And so left mini base is being taken. We're going to go ahead and send our boys at the top to be able to work on that mini base over there. And we have good node control too. We're working on the middle node. We're about to get 3 nodes. And so now the play is to see if we can go ahead and hit this expansion base that's happening at the top. And if we can put a heavy grunt in there, which it does look like we did, now we're going to go ahead and see if we can go ahead and slam this, because we have pulled a little bit all of light blue's army at the top. We do have 2 locusts, which is going to do a great job over here. And now we're just going to try and focus down on the base. We're going to put the surprise party mine in the back in case reinforcements are trying to go ahead and show up. And right now, all in all, it's looking really good. And so this base is going to be taken out relatively soon. I kind of spoiled there. But Grunt Dome went down and stopped the carpet bomb from Cutter. So this is another great reason why Grunt Dome was just such a huge play. And so now we can go ahead and chase Dark Blue out of this map. But it does look like he is going to get away, at least for now. Or is he? Nope, the hero does look like it's going to get taken out. And we're going to get rid of the remainder of the units that are over here as well, with the nightingales that are in the air. And there we go. Dark Blue has self-destructed all their bases. They were caught on one base. Meanwhile, there's a whole other world that's been happening on the right-hand side of the map between orange and green. But now that Colossus has shown up, this is going to be a very easy fight against the Jerome. I can go ahead and provide the vision. I can provide the cannon fodder. And they're going to be able to take out anything that's shown up on this lane while we continue to clear out what's left. And so, unlike the greedy economy play that I played with Yap Yap, this was a lot better of a play just because we were a lot more aggressive. We went raid camp. We didn't just rely on cannon fodder. We do have one grunt that's about to die, but the Y move got popped before Mr. Yap Yap was able to get destroyed there. So that's pretty cool to see. But with what we've got, this game is pretty much coming to an end. So this was definitely a lot better of an improvement compared to the greedy play that ended up happening that I just commentated for the previous game. And so we're going to at least take this out, which is pretty cool. We're going to get ankle breakers, which don't know what that does. I guess it provides more stun or something like that. I don't really play as Yap Yap that much. So our economy is booming. We can finally get Tech 3. Foundry will get made, or maybe another raid camp. But all in all, this game is pretty much over. So definitely Gen First here worked out in this favor. It's not something that you see too often. I do think it's because of the fact that I did play as mid. I would have loved to have seen one more raid camp come up instead of hero, to then be able to double pump heavy grunts and then have a supply pad set up for the other mini base. But hey, you win some, you lose some, and most importantly, you learn. And so this game, all in all, my economy was booming. My teammate, and we just dominated in every section of the game, which was pretty cool to see. The efficiency of 2 and 26, that is incredibly nice to see. And so, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this one. If so, feel free to give that like and subscribe. There we go. Forgot to do that for the previous one.